inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you know, if you've been following us on Facebook, we are at World Series Pro Mod here in Bradenton, Florida. Huge turnout. This is by far one of the largest events I've been to in a very long time. Rumor is there's 80-something cars here competing for the top 32 spots, all pro modified. It's going to be a really interesting week with Cole. We're going to have our work cut out for us to make sure we qualify and go some rounds this event. To what you're all here for. What I'm most excited for is we brought the Joker out. The Joker Trans Am, our shop car, hasn't been out of the shop in 2.5, maybe 3 years. We went testing, as you guys saw in a couple of videos ago. We're testing for this event. Little Gangsters is a small tire 530 index race that we're going to be competing in. Rumor is there's well over 60 cars in that. It's $10,000 cash payout. Not to mention they're giving away every entry fee to the class on top of that. So, you know, if there's 80 cars here, that's $34,000 right off the hit. So we're going for that money, and most importantly, we want that Jimmy Dale Little Gangsters change. But without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. Do a two-step change. Fine. Made it a lane. Something loose. Something loose? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like a strap, something. It's on the metal. It's alright, maybe it'll fall off. Yeah. Increase our ET. Yeah. Probably that. Probably the bullhorn's making all the noise with the headlight. Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, we're doing good compared to some of the other cars we see. Not down on them, but we look good. Yeah, we look good. All right, so it only took all day. It's like 4 o'clock. We're finally in the lanes for the first round of testing. We're supposed to get 3 rounds of testing today. We'll see how that goes. I mean, we're kind of at the mercy of the big boys. Like I said, this class is new this year, so you know, if anything is going to get cut out for time constraints, it's going to be us, which not a big deal. I really need to see what this pass will do, then I can adjust the tune-up from here. I don't have a drive shaft speed sensor. Like I said, it's just single adjustables on the front, double adjustables on the rear. So, you know, it's street cars. So we're gonna see what we can do. I mean, there's some badass cars here in this class. Somebody said that there was close to 80 cars here. I'm not totally sure on that number. We'll have after today, we should have an accurate number on that. So I'll definitely let you guys know, see what kind of money we're racing for on this. But I feel pretty good. I got a pretty good solid A to B tune-up on this thing. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. We shouldn't have that much trouble going down. A lot of guys here are running slicks, we're running a radial. I mean, it's just what we run. We're not gonna really do anything different from there, so that's it. How you feel?
Ready.
Ready?
Been sitting around for what, 2-3 days?
2 days?
2 days.
Where are you at?
Let's go have some fun.
All right, I think we got it fixed. Now we got a good baseline. Let's get a time sheet and see what we can do. I think we can work with that.
Yeah.
I think we can damn sure work with that. All right, finally we had a little bit of luck. I've never been so excited to run a 530. So for a total shot in the dark, I'm pumped up. Sorry if the camera's shaking. For a total shot in the dark, second round of testing. This is the first pass with the combo and the tune-up. Thank you, Luis at Fuel Tech, for the help for the last round, and thank you, Charlie Hill with LS Experts, to making sure our tune is dialed in. I'm gonna read it to you because it's not gonna matter if you guys know or not. So he went an 067 on the light. We got to tighten that up just a little bit, and a 168, and a 539 at 132. So remember, it's a 530 index class, so we can't run. Somebody get her. So we can't run faster than that 530, remember that. So the closer we can get to that 530, the better we're gonna be. So I think what we need to do is take a little bit of time, add a little bit of timing down low, because we actually took some out, about 5 degrees, up into like 7/10 of a second. We'll put that back in, and I think that may do it. I hope we get one more test pass. I'd like to try it before we go into eliminations. But if not, we may just do 3 degrees. We may just see how it lines up. We tighten up that reaction time, I think we're gonna be just fine and we can go some rounds. What do you think?
Slow ass 530 car, but that shit was fun right there.
I said I've never been so excited to go a 530 in my life.
Dude, it felt a lot faster than a 530. I will say that, but still, it's slow. Charlie gonna get on them keys, and we got something for somebody. That was perfect. Like it left like a turd, but it came in really hard. So he was right.
Maybe half that time.
Yeah, get me out of the hole again.
Yeah, just because you're gonna have to tighten up your reaction time a little bit. 067.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well,
but
we didn't know what it was gonna do, so I was sitting there waiting on it to not. Oh, also, if you notice, when I was trying to bump in, it was creeping, and I don't like it creeping that much, or either I got to get in there a little deeper because I thought it wasn't gonna get in there at first. So
it'll go in there.
It's too much thinking, you know. So, and we've had a bad day already, so I was kind of afraid that okay, what's gonna happen now? Now all of a sudden,
I think we're settled in. I'm excited. Like we're fucking content.
This car's a lot faster than a 530, but
we don't know how much.
It's fucking 3,600 pounds with a stereo.
3,630 pounds on the scale.
Power windows, full doors. Power windows, full doors.
Got the dash. Hold on, let me get you guys in here. Yeah. Look at there. We got the dash in it, the radio's in it, the carpet. Speakers are back there, like carpet.
T-tops.
Well, yeah, T-tops.
So,
the only thing aftermarket on the body of the car is the hood, and we're fixing to take that off.
Yeah, that son of a bitch is too big. I can't see past that hood. So if they'll let us run with no hood tomorrow, we might run with no hood.
They will. I saw a couple cars go down with no hood, so
just to see.
We're gonna be fine.
But it went to the middle, but I wasn't gonna lift on it because we needed that pass.
Yeah.
We had to see what it was gonna do.
Don't forget that pass is the only full throttle A to B pass that we have on the car. This is the first one, first one. There was, as you saw in the last video or a couple videos ago, the testing session was for shit. I mean, we had no full throttle passes. I'll pull the data logs and like insert screenshots of it. He may not like it, but whatever. Couldn't reach the pedal all the way. Yeah, you can't touch it. He couldn't mat the pedal.
I'm interested to see on the Fuel Tech if I had wide open throttle.
Okay.
I bet I did.
All right. So we fixed that, but we don't have a throttle stop. So I told him, I was like, just don't break the throttle cable and we'll be fine. So we've got 900ths to take up.
Yeah.
We get 900ths out of it,
so
dial it in.
We can do that on the start, like as soon as we leave.
Yeah. I think we'll be fine. We got something for you guys now. So that's gonna be it for today. I don't think they're gonna run anymore tonight, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning.
I got tired of sitting there.
Dude,
I've sat in the lanes back here for 2 hours.
dude, the guy that was getting ready while I was holding you is because he was trying to get his gloves on and finish strapping his helmet. I'm like, dude.
It's because he got right out,
Right
when they said something happened. He jumped out. He was walking up to the line.
I'm like, bro. I was about to tell you to come on. I was done waiting. I'm like, come on, fuck him.
No, I hate that I red lit, but I was just, I don't know. I just, I'm on a timer too, and I thought it was time to go.
Yeah.
So it was close, but it felt really good. I may even have lifted just a little bit right before I got there.
Okay.
Just because it felt good. It felt real good.
It looked like you lifted a little early.
Yeah.
So, which is fine.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
All right, so we're fixing to go into first round of eliminations. We drew an absolute whale. We drew Jack Stan Jimmy from Cletus McFarland. If you guys follow him, he is one hell of a driver. Not only that, this is his home track, so we're at just a little bit of a disadvantage, but I think we can still take it. All we can do is light them up and let them go and see how the chips fall. I'll see you guys in the lanes.
Take my eyes open up.
Well, that was not supposed to happen at all. As you guys can see, we had a catastrophic engine failure due to nobody's fault, but probably my own. Nothing in the tune-up. The tune was spot on. I can't say enough about the tune that was in the car. Going over the log after that, there was nothing amiss. I mean, the O2 correction factor was spot on. Duty cycle was spot on. I mean, there's nothing that you can say tune-up wise that hurt the motor. That motor is not a brand new engine. It is a used one that we bought for cheap, and I put two fresh rods in it because it had 2 bent rods in the rotating assembly, and a full set of pistons, new head gaskets, lifters, things like that. Anyway, we went ahead and got that all put back together and threw it in the car. As you guys seen in previous videos, it made great power. Super easy. I mean, it was a good motor, sounded good, ran really good and strong. I think flat out we just had a parts failure. I think either I missed a bent rod, slightly bent, slightly tweaked, slightly hurts, whatever you want to call it. But it broke it right in half. Yes, the rod bolts are still in it. No, it was not an oiling issue. It was not a fueling issue. It was not a timing issue. It was nothing like that. It just, I think, honestly, that the rod was compromised and we just finished it off. So, and I have nobody to blame for that but myself. So, can't fix it now. Monday morning quarterbacking, we should have just thrown a fresh set of rods in it also after seeing 2 hurt rods. But can't fix it now. So the plan is to take the 408 that we pulled out of this thing that nicked a rod bearing last time. It's a stock block K1 cranking rod Wiseco piston. It's an old build. It was one of the first ones that I ever built. It ran great for years. The only thing is we were just at the limit of the rotating assembly. Same tuner and everything like that. So the tune-up was not an issue then at all, but we just were at the limit of the rotating assembly. So every time we would lean on it, maybe try to go 490, something like that, it would nick a rod bearing. And I mean, just nick it, like not even enough to score the crank or even leave Babbitt material onto the crank. So, you know, we just
we're trying to get ahead of a catastrophic failure by just upgrading engines. We're just like everyone else, you know, we work full-time jobs and this is a hobby, so it takes a lot for us to make an engine change or anything like that, just like anybody else. It costs a lot of money, so sometimes you try to find the cheaper option and it doesn't always work out. So this time it didn't work out, but no worries. We'll get this thing out. We'll salvage what we can. Unfortunately, it broke number 3 rod, kicked it out of the side of the block, so the block's junk, the crank's junk. Obviously that rod is junk, but the rest of everything else looks pretty good. I think the pistons are fine with the exception of number 3. The cam is totally fine. The valve train's fine. No bent push rods, no broke springs. I think the heads are totally fine. I think it just simply snapped and it did what it did. So the plan is we're going to take that 408 and I'm going to roll some bearings in it. I'm going to take it all the way apart. I'm not going to roll bearings in it, but I'll take it all the way apart. We'll get it cleaned up, make sure, put a good eye on everything, and make sure no issues are in any part of the rotating assembly or the valve train or anything like that. We'll just get it fixed and put back in the Joker. I think we're going to continue to run the 530 index stuff. The Little Gangsters class that we were running was extremely fun. We had a great time. I mean, Jimmy Dale and Poland, the guys who put the race on, and actually the guys who won the race, they were great. I mean, they took a class that anybody can run in and stuck it in the middle of these $1 million rigs and cars and these millionaires, and we're running at World Series of Pro Mod, and they made us feel like we were a part of the actual event. And we were. I mean, it was great. You wouldn't believe the people standing around to watch the Little Gangsters go through or go down the track. It was a great time. As you can see in some of the video, I mean, it was a blast. So I think the plan is we're going to continue to do some more style racing like that with the Joker, with this car behind me. And we're going to try to start moving forward on the chassis car, which is here. I would show you, but I got shit piled up all around it. So it's just kind of been sitting idle for a while. We do have a couple things for it. We've got all the body panels for it. We've got a billet block from Callie's, or actually Energy Manufacturing, which is a sister company to Callie's. We have Callie's Ultra Billet crankshaft, a set of billet enforcer rods from Callie's, a set of custom CP Carrillo pistons, the pins and rings for that. We got a set of cylinder heads, an intake manifold, and that's really it. So we still got a long way to go to get the motor completely put together. We got to get a belt drive, we got to get a cam, valve train, dry sump system, things like that. Those are big ticket money or big money items that we'll have to, you know, budget for, which I think we can, and we can get the car on the road in maybe a year or less. We'll see how things go. We'll see how the cards fall. But in the meantime, we still want to race. I mean, like I said, we really enjoyed that class, so we want to do some more racing with those guys. I mean, that was some of the most fun I've had at the track in forever. Every single racer in that class was super kind, accommodating, great to be around. It was like a big friendship, and nobody knew each other. It was great. So shout out to Jimmy Dale and Poland. Thank you guys for putting that event on, and we will definitely be back for another one. As soon as we get this up and going, we'll try to catch the next Little Gangsters race, no matter where it is. No matter where it's at, even if it's in Texas, we'll make that drive, because it was a great event. Plus, they were paying $30,000 to win the race. That is crazy for a small tire 530 index class. I mean, show me anyone else who's done something like that. You can't. The money's there, so we're gonna be there. All we got to do is do a little leg work and get this thing put back together as soon as possible so we can keep racing. That's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. Check us out on our website, AmericanSpeedShops.com. Buy some merch if you can. It helps a lot to put back into these cars so we can keep racing and keep pushing out content for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.